Hey loves, Michelle here from thesoultranslator.com and Soulscriptions. It's great to be giving you this week's little hint into the soul musings and energy that is going on this week. So let's get right into it. This week we are looking at a lot of how we can synergize our energies within ourselves and also in our relationships with others. There has been a lot of this clearing out of all the crap that basically is getting in the way of our true soul's journey, and very much around where are we in conflict with ourselves, where we have been or have not been valuing ourselves. Often, there's more of that looking at what we're not doing or how we're not loving ourselves and not tuning into our truest and deepest nature that causes more problem than the places where we can celebrate. So we do, especially in times where, like we've been going through in the last 6 weeks of this Venus retrograde, it's been a lot of time of reevaluation around our self-worth, our values, and our also connected to our financial worth, putting our money where our heart is, where our expression of who we are is. So there's been a lot of this reevaluating of how we can be basically more loving and in love with ourselves and our own lives. It's been a tough time because of the world climate of what's been going on politically and in many ways. I'm not going to use my channel here nor your time to get into any of that stuff except to look at the energy of what it's bringing out in us and how this is a spiritual revolution in many ways. So the requirement lately for us who are tuning in and as many people say, the light workers and so on and so forth, I want to challenge that just for a second, because I've been hearing that a lot, and I do believe feel myself to be a light worker, and I know and work with so many others. But I want to say something here about this. The light worker to me is just a little bit of a misnomer, because although many of us feel like it is our mission or our calling or our passion to really help enlighten and bring positive energy in times of healing, what I would say we're actually on a certain level is more dark workers. Because we need to look at what's not working, or what's the block, or what's getting in the way, or the pain, or the suffering. That's where we transform things. So yes, we may do that with light, but it's also with an incredible soul load of courage to look at what the dark spaces are, the dark places of where the friction and the conflict is. So I like to call it being a shadow-friendly light worker. Just because that works more for what I feel, for what we're really all up to when we are trying to change the frequency within ourselves and also with the world around us. Because as we are within, that is then what we experience on the outside. Not without, because that would be a weird way to say it, right? But that's what then we experience on the outside. Because our perception and what we focus on makes our realities. So in these weekly videos, what I'd love to offer in support of you and your soul's journey is a card, a tarot card, or an oracle card, and then also a energy casting of what seems to be shifting and what and want to be a medium of a message for all of us to be aware and sensitive towards for this next week. So that is what you'll be receiving on a weekly basis with the Soul Translation videos here on Soul Translation TV. Isn't that catchy? Where we bring in the frequency. All right, so the card for this week is the Major Arcana card of the Lovers. This is pulled from the Shadowscape Tarot. This is very fitting for what many of us are coming to terms with inside ourselves, being able to heal the dark and bring forth the light more. We're looking at this in our world climate of how can we be agents of positive change. The only way we can do it is we do our own work first, and then we apply who we are, what we know about ourselves, our values, like we've had this Venus retrograde, what we value, then we act upon those energies, that then we express what is important to us through our actions and choices, and also through our dollars and where we spend our money, and so on and so forth. So this Lovers card really is about bringing in it's the union of opposites. It's about the unconditional love that we can have for ourselves and for others. It's about deep compassion. It's also about making really strong, beautiful, holistic decisions. So feeling into your body, feeling into your heart, checking in on all of your energy centers of where, like if you need to make a decision, where is this decision coming from? Where do you feel the positive charge? Where do you feel like maybe a sense of recoiling or contracting when you think about it, like in your throat, or when you think about the decision from your headspace? What are the different energy centers saying about a particular matter or a decision that we need to make? So that is an invitation to be able to use your energetic frequency as a way to make positive, holistic decisions, especially with this Lover card. Right. So your charge and challenge for this week, and also the place where you can increase a sense of consciousness and attention, is to really look at where you can bring together parts of yourself that may be in conflict, and where can they meet in a place that feels more loving, that is more like the lovers who accept each other unconditionally, and also powerfully seeing the individuality as well. When we do need to make strong decisions for ourselves and for our lives, we do want to look at things to the best of our ability in this holistic process. And that, sometimes even if you have this week where you've got these, questions or things that you need to decide upon, and there's a part of you that's kind of going like, that's feeling like it's resisting, like it could be an ego part, it could be a scared part, it could be something, it could be even your intuition kind of telling you, warning, danger, Robinson, danger. It could be a part of you that needs to have attention so that you can get its message. And its message may be the missing link for you to be able to make this decision. So it's not about avoiding, it's about integrating. And so, you can even imagine that, say, if you need to make a really good decision around something, what does my head say? What does my heart say? What does my body say? What does my intuition say? What does my, gut say? What does my, base of my spine say? Getting down into that place of security and stability at our root. And it's finding out all these different inputs around a question so that we can make decisions that are coming from these holistic, empowered places. So that is a suggestion for you for this week, to be able to activate this Lovers type of energy, and unconditionally love also the parts of you that maybe you feel you're hiding from others, or that need a little extra love. And I encourage you to do the best that you can in listening to your soul this week, and listening to how it wants to express through this union of opposites, or this union of differences. And how does the masculine side of you want to move forward in your life, and how does the feminine side want to express or nurture? How are your instincts wanting to protect you or help you make a big change? And what does your intuition inform you? So it is really like this, many ways to get to your truth. So I'm Michelle Anita Huerta at thesoultranslator.com and Soulscriptions. Thanks for having a little check-in moment around the energy and expression for your empathic, empowered self this week, and I will see you next week. Take good care.